Angie. This is our Unit 6 test. Let's do it. Number 1, represent the shaded part of the fraction bar as the product of a whole number and a unit fraction. Now would be a good time to pause or rewind if you need. Number 2, in the morning, Kateri rides her bike for 2/5 hour. After lunch, she rides her bike for another 1/5 hour. How long does Kateri ride her bike? Write an equation, then solve. So have an equation and a solution. Make sure you give me a label. Number 3, for exercises 3A through 3D, write a fraction from the tiles to make a true equation. Here are your choices. Fill in with the tiles given to make the equations true. All right, we are moving on to number 4. See all that? Okay. Number 4, Dakota mixes flour and oats for a recipe. He uses 5/6 cup of flour. This is 4/6 cup more than the amount of oats he uses. How many cups of oats does Dakota use? Write an equation, then solve. He mixes flour and oats. He uses 5/6 cup of flour. This is 4/6 cup more than the amount of oats he uses. How many cups of oats does Dakota use? When you're ready, number 5 reads, a model volcano calls for 3/4 cup of vinegar. Joy uses 3 times as much vinegar. Choose the number of cups of vinegar she uses. Mark all that apply. A model volcano calls for 3/4 cup of vinegar. Joy uses 3 times as much vinegar. Choose the number of cups of vinegar she uses. Mark all that apply. Number 6, complete the table to show the fraction as a product of a whole number and a unit fraction. For each fraction, write the product of a whole number and the unit fraction for each. Number 7, for exercises 7A through 7D, choose the operation that makes the equation true. You're given 3 choices for each equation. You choose by circling the operation that makes this a true equation. Pick one for each of the 4. Number 8, multiply the expression to complete the table. So using the multiplication expression they've given you, write the expression as a fraction, and as a mixed number. Okay? Number 9, for exercises 9A through 9F, choose true or false for the equation. So you decide, is this true or is this false? True or false for each one. Pause whenever you need to, and I will keep reading. Number 10, Daria says this problem can be solved using addition? Casper says it can be solved using multiplication. Explain why both students are correct. And then here's the problem they're solving. Juan practices karate 5-6 hours every day. How many hours does he practice in 6 days? So explain or show how that can be solved using addition and how it could be solved using multiplication. Explain why they're both correct. And moving on to number 11. For 11a and 11b, find the sum or find the difference. Write your answer as a mixed number or a whole number when possible. When possible, write your answer as a mixed number or a whole number. You have an addition problem and a subtraction problem. When you're ready, number 12 says, on Monday, Aaron measures 3/4 inch of snow. It snows some more. Now, there are 3 1/4 inches of snow. How many more inches of snow fell? On Monday, Aaron measures 3/4 inch of snow. Then it snows more. Now there are 3 1/4 inches of snow. How many inches of snow fell after that 3/4 inch? So part A, draw a model for the problem, then solve. Explain or show how your model helps you solve the problem. So I should see a model representing this problem. Part B says, on Tuesday, it snowed an additional 2 2/4 inches. How many total inches of snow fell on Monday and Tuesday? Show your work. So there's those two parts. Rewind, pause whenever you need. Okay, we are getting there. Number 13, Jorge volunteers 2/3 hour at the animal shelter on Wednesday. He volunteers 5 times as many hours on Saturday. How many hours does Jorge volunteer on Saturday? Just on Saturday. Draw a model that shows this problem. For part A, you're drawing a model for the problem. Part B, use your model to write 2 equations for the problem, then solve. So 2 different equations that will hopefully have the same solutions. Number 14. For exercises 14A through 14E, choose yes or no to tell whether the fraction is correctly expressed as the sum of other fractions. So you have some addition equations here, and you get to say yes, this is correct, or no, this is not correct. This is not true. All right. When you're ready, I will read the next. 3 questions left. The line plot shows the lengths of some seashells Colton collected at the beach. Lengths of seashells in inches. These are our numbers. Colton wanted to glue shells along a 4-inch edge of a picture frame. He could use all of the 6/8 inches and 7/8 inches shells. Describe 2 other combinations of shells he could use. So his total is a 4-inch edge of a picture frame. He could use all the 6/8 and 7/8 inch shells. Describe 2 other combinations of shells he could use. It could be 2, it could be 3, 4, as many as you need, knowing that this is how many you have to work with. As far as 4 holes, if we know there are 8/8 in each hole, and we have 4 holes, the fraction greater than 1 that you need to get to with your combinations would be, well, 8 times 4, 24. That is incorrect. It's 32. Sorry, I was doing 8 times 3. 8 times 4. This is your fraction greater than 1. I probably have already talked about that in class at the beginning of class. This is your total. 4 inches is the same as 32/8. So if you would like to turn your mixed numbers into fractions greater than 1 to help you make those combinations, you can do that. I'm looking for 2 combinations. (16) Select the expression that is equivalent to 3 3/5. Mark all that apply. And number 17. Explain how to change